What up, fish tank people? FishTankTV.com, Dustin's Fish Tanks, bringing it to you on a beautiful Sunday, baby. It's Species Sunday. How's everybody doing today? I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing well. I was out of town catching sharks with my dad over this past weekend, hanging out, just chilling, had a great time. If you aren't on the Dustin's Fish Tanks Facebook page, check that out. I got some pictures of me with some black tip sharks and a black nose shark. We had 5 sharks total on the line. The first one I had didn't get in the boat. The second and third one did, and they were all like 2 or 3 feet long, and they fought like crazy. They were awesome. So that was a blast. Thank you everyone for the support on Brian's videos, hooking me up. Doing 2 things today. I'm doing a tour of the greenhouse, and I'm also talking about one of the fish that I kept way back in the day. You know, and it's just like nostalgic for me because I got like a YouTube channel. I think this is my 800th video, so rah rah, let's do it, let's party. But it's like, it's special for me to like talk about a fish that I had back in the day when I was that 15-year-old boy rolling around buying fish and just having a good time, really just getting into the hobby. And that's the part for me that's like the genesis, like the part that just hits me like, right there, like just being at that point in my life and thinking that I'm actually living that dream right now is really, really exciting to me. So it's fun for me to talk about this fish. I've been on a kick with them, Loaches, folks. I want to talk about golden Dojo Loaches, weather Loaches, if you will. Obviously, I don't own one, or I'd be showing you the actual fish. This fish I first got in my first big tank. I had a 29-gallon tank that I bought at Myers in Findlay, Ohio with my mom, and I still remember the day. To this day, I saved my money to get that tank, and I had a bunch of goldfish, and I had a golden Dojo Loach. The first time I had this fish, I bought it from an old lady's place in Findlay. I'm sure the shop is no longer there. She's like, these are cool, and I was like, I want one of those, whatever. And it lived with my goldfish. I had it in with the 29 with like some comets, a black moor, like 2 comets, a black moor, and then like 2 fancy tail goldfish. And this fish loved it. And I want to talk about it today. Golden Dojo Loach, Dojo Loaches, also known as weather Loaches, an awesome beginner fish. I mean, just an awesome, awesome beginner fish. You know, they come from Asia. They get up to 12 inches long. I've only seen them I've seen them in person about that big. They eat snails. They call them a weather loach because they can sense barometric pressure changes, so they act all crazy. Like before a storm, they'll be swimming all over the place and going all nuts. And they have a real, they can sense that. I have them in gold. We used to actually, the second time I had them, we called them BPP, which stood for Big Pink Penis. And my wife, I had this picture up on the table, and my wife's like, oh, what's that? And I was like, you don't remember BPP? And she's like, yeah, I hated BPP. So I guess chicks don't dig them. I don't know. My wife doesn't like them, but I think they're sweet. Great personality. All over the tank, like just swimming all over the place, have a lot of fun. They're active, they're friendly, if you will. They say they like to be in schools. I've only had them in individuals, just by themselves, but I'd like to get a few of them. They eat them in Japan. I saw a picture of them all cooked up, so that was pretty crazy. They don't have, as far as I can tell, the barbels around the eyes, but they have the barbels, or the like spike kind of things, the whatever they're called, in front of their mouths here, spines around their mouth, and they kind of like sense around and sift through food. Really just an awesome beginner fish. Does not like heat, so you want to keep it without any sort of heater in your tank, which is why I did so well with goldfish. A good tank mate with goldfish, although it's a little weird. They've got a mucus that covers their skin, and they've been known to jump. But they jump, it never happened to me, but they can jump out of the tank, and they'll be like lying there, but you can get them. Hey sweetheart, you want to get on the video? Nola in the video, being so good, been a little angel. Mwah. What was I saying? Yeah, they jump out of the tank, but you can throw them back in, and they'll make it. So that's pretty cool. They eat snails. I've had people talk about how they're not good in the planted tank. I've always kept them in a planted tank, so I'm going to disagree there. Well-rooted plants should be no problem. So definitely want to check out Dojo Loaches, Dojo Loaches, weather Loaches, not the same as a Coolie Loach. Can you tell I've been on a Loach kick recently? really a fun fish, good beginner fish, no heater, eats anything, you know, social, hardy, takes abuse, just a cool fish. So definitely want to check out Golden Dojo Loaches, or just Dojo Loaches, or Weather Loaches. They got just a regular like colored variety, a brownish one. I like the pink ones though, like BPP. Nola's waiting. Let's show them around the greenhouse, all right, honey? Here's what's up. Sweating out here. I want to talk about what I do as far as the actual tank maintenance out here. I do, and this is just some part of the gig and just part of the routine you got to do. I do it, you should do it. I do, this may be a little aggressive for some of you, I do 50% water changes on all of my tanks every week. Like every week, these tanks get 50% water changes. They're actually open to the sunlight right now. Observe, yeah, show them the fish, Nola, put your arm out. Show them what we got here. We got...
These are goldfish.
Correct, those are goldfish.
Yeah.
And then we'll show them the other goldfish in a minute. These are Ryukin goldfish, which have grown a ton. I bought them probably a month ago.
Yeah. And
they've just been pecking on everything. They're doing a lot. I actually keep these tanks covered. So this is more sunlight than they usually get. I typically don't have them open like this. They've been doing well. You can see them pecking there. But yeah, 50% water changes, folks. 50%, Nola. You come out here and do 50%, right? It's a big deal, right? 50%.
Yeah.
50%. 50%, for sure. She knows. My almost 4-year-old knows about 50% water changes. You should know about 50% water changes. And then I hit these here. Got some really great Reuben swords in. Hold on, honey. We're almost done. We got the... I don't even know. Brian makes me have it in there. I think it's a Triceratops or whatever it is. So yeah, the rainbow's in here. But 50% water changes on the tanks. And then I want to show the pearl scales. Doing really, really well. These I got in May. Brian got them actually. And they've grown like crazy. So I do 50% water changes. I cover up all the tanks with this stuff. I do run, this is Salvinia, not duckweed. It's a bigger variety. I've been running this and this only in here. My big boy right here that was sick is doing well. So we're real pumped about that. Doing really healthy. And then I brought in, the tank doesn't look so hot. I actually had out because it wasn't covered up. I brought out 5 of the rainbows out here. And this tank actually gets a little too warm for my liking and probably their liking. But I got that going on. I got stargrass in the mix over here along with some Anubias fraseri that I'm pumped about. I got 3 types of moss right now. Taiwan, flame moss, and regular Java moss over there. Got the jungle val looking good. I run the jungle val in the pool filter sand. Watch out, Nola. I run the jungle val in the pool filter sand, which I think is great. You can see I was doing water changes last night. So it's just a lot of maintenance, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, just getting the 50% water changes. The plants respond instantly. The fish love it. I love it. Gets me out of the house. Gets me chilling. So I do big water changes. I keep the tank's covered out in the greenhouse. Then I got this tank. This is the one of the 2 dirted tanks out here. This is where I keep all my lotus, my crenum, stuff like that just really likes a nice substrate. So I've got the crenum calamostratum, the skinny stuff, and then the crenum natans in there. Nice looking plants, and those love just having the dirt substrate. It's a real messy tank though. The tank is always kind of a mess because I'm in and out of it all the time. If it's your own dirted tank, you're not in and out of it all the time. It's not that big of a deal. So some Cryptosporalis up there floating. And then I want to show this. I've got a few babies in here, which are kind of fun. They came in on some plants, probably some eggs. And there they are. I don't know if you guys can see those. Those little babies. See those, Nola? Little baby fish in there?
Yeah.
So those are in there. Boy, do they have a good life, huh? Living in there. So,
Daddy,
having a lot of fun. I'll get you another one in a second, sweetie pie.
No, I have to throw this away.
All right, go throw it away. Yeah, throw it in there. So yeah, I'm having a great time. Me and my daughter are hanging out. She's been really well behaved through this Species Sunday, so I'm excited about that. So check out the Golden Dojo Loaches. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe. Also, hit up Aquatic Jungles or DustinsFishtanks.com and sign up for that newsletter. I'm going to go through a bunch of my old videos and make notes about them and put them into things so you'll get like every Species Sunday, turn that off, honey. Every Sunday you'll get like one of my old videos hitting you with a bunch of info about it, and I'm just going to go through and tighten it up. I've been tightening up my channel here and there, and I'm trying to just keep it moving. I got a lot of work to do. I'm real excited. I guess this is my 800th video, so I'm excited. I love all of you. Thank you so much for your support. It's like epic for me to be doing what I'm doing, loving what I'm doing. I was like jacked about making this video today. So welcome new subscribers. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe and tank the F on. Later.